Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about audio for video with two very popular microphones for DSLRs or other cameras, I suppose. We have the Rode VideoMic Pro and the Rode VideoMicro. I'm going to go over what I like about both of these, what I don't like about both of these, and why I ended up kind of ditching the more expensive Rode VideoMic Pro and going with the Micro. So first off, I'm not going to go over a lot of the technical specs. There's plenty of videos out there with that stuff. I'm just going to go over why you're here. Why did I choose to go with the $60 microphone over the $200 microphone? And the answer to that is specifically for my application. So my primary YouTube channel is a backpacking YouTube channel, long distance backpacking, camping. I do a lot of kayaking, just a lot of outdoor run and gun type filmmaking. I've been using this microphone since February 2016, so almost 3 years I've been using this. And although the sound quality is really good, there are things that really bug me about it. Number one, if I am shooting something in front of the camera and I want to speak, because this is a extremely directional super cardioid microphone, the audio that I get out of my mouth from behind the camera is really muffled and low. If I want to talk while filming something else, I'll take it off the shoe mount and mount it backwards, and I'll just start talking very quietly like this so that it's not like clipping all the time. I do a lot of miles while backpacking, so everything is speed. It's all on the go. I don't review any of the footage that I take until I get home. So the dials on the back are just a pain in the butt. I'm not gonna lie. I absolutely hate these dials on here. I run the bottom here. It has a -10 decibel, a 0, and a +20. I run it on +20 because I use Canon cameras, notorious for bad sounding preamps. So I turn the preamps all the way down on the camera and run this at +20 all the time. Now what that does is I occasionally, while I'm trying to flip the top switch to the middle to turn it on, I'll occasionally accidentally flip the bottom one. A lot of time too, when I have it set up on a tripod, if I'm being daring and I try to do it without looking, sometimes I'll flip that middle one or flip the bottom one to like 0. So all my audio is 20 decibels quieter from then on out on the rest of the trip until I notice it. And if you're not familiar with backpacking, you're carrying all your weight on your back for extended miles. And you have a lot to worry about. You have food, nutrition, when your next water stop's going to be. You're filtering water out of streams. You're basically fighting the weather. You have a lot of things on your mind. Where you're going to get to camp, when the sun's going down. It's all about timing, and it's hard enough doing that without filming. So just these little buttons on here just are enough to slow me down. And the power button in general up here, it's off when it's all the way that way. You have to get it in the middle. See right there, I went all the way over to where it's a low cut, a high pass filter on here, which if you turn that on, it just drops out all the lows and it sounds terrible. So you have to get it right in the middle. So you have to like literally get your fingernail in here and just barely flip it over just a little bit. And it's a pain in the butt. It's almost impossible to do with gloves on, and I backpack all seasons, so I gotta take my gloves off to operate this microphone in the wintertime. I can't tell you how many times I've just forgotten to turn the mic on and just had blown video clips. Most video clips that are ruined are because of bad audio. You get home and it's a sweet clip and I'm talking about something and there's just no sound to it at all. And because you have this plugged into the mic jack of your camera, you're not picking up any audio if this microphone is off. So the microphone that's in the body of the camera is not working at all. So the switches are just a pain in the butt. I hate the power switch. The bottom switch, although it's nice to be able to turn that +dB on, it really brings out the lows a lot more than the micro. It's a pain in the butt whenever you accidentally flip it over to 0 or -10 and you lose audio that way. So for a run and gun filmmaker like myself, it's just a pain in the butt. 9-volt battery, lasts forever, not gonna lie. This thing lasts so long, it's incredible. And a lot of times I'll just leave the mic on in between clips, even if I'm walking for a few minutes or whatnot, just so that I don't have to keep messing with that stupid little on-off switch. But 9-volt battery is okay. Also, for an ultralight backpacker, which is what I consider myself, everything that goes in my pack I'm very meticulous about. I weigh everything. I get the lightest backpacking, camping gear, and camera gear that I can find. It's not the lightest microphone. It's not heavy, but it's a little bit bulky, and when it's on top of a DSLR camera that I bring, it definitely takes up the whole top of my pack. So I always have to pack accordingly, that if it starts downpouring, I have room to kind of throw this in the back. I love the sound quality of it though. I think it's good. The shock mount is absolutely just great. I've put this thing through the ringer, no signs of wear at all. It's got great vibration dampening to it. You don't hear it at all, and it's just great. So that brings us over to the Rode VideoMicro. Now, I haven't used this thing very much, and I've heard some people having some interference issues. So if you're looking at something like this, try to look into the interference issues between the VideoMicro and the Rode VideoMic Go. I don't have that issue a lot because when I'm filming, I'm out in the middle of nowhere a lot of the time, so there's not a whole lot of like radio signals and stuff interfering when I'm in the middle of woods, 10 miles out from the nearest town. So this microphone really caught my eye when I really started to get frustrated with the VideoMic Pro, because there's no on and off switch. It runs off the battery on my camera, which is okay because I have several batteries, so I'm not really worried about battery life per se. Just being able to click the record button on my camera and not having to turn the mic on, that was really starting to sound better and better to me the longer I've been backpacking. Because like I said, I'm always in a hurry. I'm always running back and forth to get the camera. Everything is about speed when I'm out there. Also, the slimline design of this, I really liked. I was actually expecting it to be a little bit like shorter this way. The actual microphone here is a lot smaller than the VideoMic Pro, but the dead cat that it comes with makes it a little bit bulky, but it's still like kind of compressible. So when I have it on top of my camera and throw it in my bag, it does take up less room. The shock mount is pretty terrible, I'm not gonna lie. It bounces around a good bit. You have to keep the cord. If you don't have the cord plugged in, it bounces. Look at that, it's just terrible. A lot of people don't know that these little grooves inside the hot shoe mount there are to put the cable in, and it holds it a lot steadier. I did have a couple clips on the last trip where I was really cold. I was freezing, and my hands were just shaking, and I was holding them as still as I could, and the footage was it was bad. The audio was bad. It was popping and cracking a lot. But now, having known that, I know I just got to be a lot more careful with it. I'm not gonna discard it yet. I still really like the microphone. Very impressed with the audio quality from this. I have done like headphone tests with tons of different microphones, from $100 mics to $3,000 mics. I really feel like I'm well educated in telling the difference between microphones. I know a lot of people can't tell anything. The average person will not be able to tell if you are using a $60 mic or a $200 mic. Having experience with professional level microphones, this thing sounds amazing. I was expecting immediately, because I've been using that microphone for 3 years now, I was expecting immediately to be able to tell a difference, and I was not looking forward to getting home and editing the footage. I was already expecting to bump up some of the lows just to try to get it to sound more like that, but I didn't at all, because it just really sounded good. It's smaller, it's lighter, it's quicker to use because there's no buttons. As long as I'm got the recording button on the camera, I'm getting audio, which gives me peace of mind. It's just a lot quicker. It's a lot better for my application. Now, if you're doing something like I'm doing right now, if I wasn't using a condenser microphone right here in front of me, I would have the Rode VideoMic Pro on top of the camera recording me, or on a boom over my head, because it is going to be the superior sounding microphone. I'm not going to do a test because, like I said, go check out other videos. There's really good videos out there, people doing side-by-side tests with both of these microphones. But I just wanted to give you a, someone that has been using these my personal opinion. So that's pretty much it, why I switched over to the Rode VideoMicro from the Rode VideoMic Pro. I hope you liked the video, guys. Subscribe for more videos like this. Let me know if you want to see more stuff like this in the future, and we'll see you on the next one.